Right now I'm whispering. You might be wondering, why is Richard whispering? But there's a reason why I'm talking softly and why I'm whispering, and the reason why is that in this video I want to share with you some thoughts about how ASMR works, and I want to answer some of the many questions that people ask me about ASMR. By the way, if we haven't yet had the chance to meet before, I'm Dr. Richard Nongard. I'm a certified professional hypnotist and a licensed mental health professional, and I've been really fascinated by the quality of ASMR videos that are on YouTube and in other social media. But more importantly, I've been fascinated by the profound comments by listeners and viewers from around the world who found that the experience of ASMR has changed their life in many positive ways. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and I'm going to share with you in this video exactly what that means. This is a term that's used to describe the pleasurable tingling sensation that typically begins in the scalp or in the crown of the head, and often spreads to other parts of the body as people become aware of its presence. Sometimes it can bring a shiver, but it's a unique sensation that is brought about by a number of different cues. And not everybody experiences it in the same way, nor do we necessarily experience it at the same level every time. Oh look, I have a box here. It has a sticker on it. That sticker probably shouldn't remain on the box. Take that sticker off. Fold that sticker up. You can hear the sound of the stickiness of that sticker that was used on the box where my microphone sits. And it sounds like this, or cues like movement that can sometimes bring about, when you pay attention to the crown of the head, that experience of the autonomous sensory meridian response. Many people report that by watching ASMR videos, by listening to the sound of somebody touching a cardboard box, or using their fingernails on the surface of a cell phone, or role-playing an examination from a physician or a shampoo from a beautician, that they feel more relaxed and even sleepy after watching these videos. It can calm anxiety and help people to stay deeply focused. While the science of ASMR is currently being studied, we have some pretty good ideas on how it works. A few years back, I did a TEDx talk on the subject of mindfulness. And one of the most fascinating subjects or studies of ASMR was by Fredborg, Clark, and Smith. And they showed that ASMR can be explained as a distinct subset of characteristics that are associated with mindfulness. And so the sound of somebody brushing a microphone or tapping a microphone is really more than just the sound. It's the experience of being fully present. The great master Oogway put it this way: yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, all we have is the present, and that's why it's a gift. By setting aside all of the perhaps regrets of yesterday or concerns of tomorrow and being brought into the time and space of this single moment, you heighten your experience of mindfulness. And we know that mindfulness is an essential aspect of emotional well-being. And it's amazing how by simply paying attention to the sounds of the moment, we can let go of stressors and discover a focal point for the present moment. We also know that ASMR solves real-world problems. A study at a major Indonesian university found that ASMR experiences improved the quality of sleep for people who viewed 20 minutes of ASMR stimulation a night. Another theory is that ASMR videos trigger the release of serotonin. This is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood and feelings of well-being. Serotonin is sometimes called the happy hormone. So it's possible that ASMR videos help boost mood and relaxation. When a person takes an antidepressant, serotonin is one of the chemicals that's targeted. One could theoretically view video or audio files to seek to produce the ASMR response as sort of a natural antidepressant, an ability that we all have. Of course, anxiety does go hand in hand with depression, and what works with depression almost always works to help alleviate symptoms of anxiety as well. So ASMR could also theoretically help with anxiety by promoting relaxation as you pay attention to the words, the sounds, and see the experience created by the artist. Hold on a moment. I've been speaking. Let me get a little bit of my iced tea. I live in Texas, and it's very, very hot this summer. So you can see I've had most of my iced tea. It's also possible that ASMR videos work by stimulating the vagus nerve. This runs from the brainstem to our abdomen, and it controls many important functions like heart rate and digestion. The vagus nerve is sometimes called the relaxation nerve because stimulation of this nerve is shown to decrease anxiety and to promote relaxation. I don't know if you've seen that internet meme, "I have one nerve left and you're on it." It's actually the vagus nerve that's essential for our well-being, and it is quite possible that the autonomic response that's created with the sensation of the meridian response actually stimulates this vagus nerve. It knocks everybody off that one nerve left. Another theory suggests that ASMR videos stimulate the production of oxytocin. This is a hormone that's involved in social bonding and attachment. Oxytocin is sometimes it's called the cuddle hormone because what it does is it's released when a person hugs or touches, or other activities like speaking directly to somebody that produce close relationships. Oh good, I just noticed on my desk there were some batteries. I'm going to be needing these later on to power my microphone. So I'll just take some of these batteries out. Of course, I can get rid of the trash. I can crinkle it up and set it off to the side and put the batteries where I'll see them when I need them so I can power up my microphone again. To produce the ASMR response, sensorial cues such as tapping, scraping, touching, crinkling, and whispering are often used in ASMR videos. This is why a video of a mundane task of opening some batteries or removing a sticker can trigger the release of neurotransmitters and hormones that promote relaxation and calmness. Being a professional hypnotist, I often use background music, especially binaural sound effects. These are sometimes called brainwave entrainment files, but what's interesting to note is that Barrett, Spence, and Davis, some researchers in 2017, found that music in ASMR videos actually inhibited the response for many respondents. So rather than being an additional cue like it is in a hypnosis session in ASMR, it's only the sounds produced by the artist that generate the ASMR response for many. And the background music becomes a distraction rather than an enhancement. One thing that's important to remember is that everyone experiences ASMR differently, and we experience it at different times and with different levels. And so don't be discouraged if you don't feel anything after watching a couple of videos. Some people need to hear or see a certain type of stimulus to produce the ASMR response. So it might take some trial and error to find what works for you and which artists are the artists that you create familiarity and comfort with, and allow yourself to let go completely and begin sensing that tingling sensation from head to toe. It's also important to note that it's not just audio cues that work. Sometimes light can be used to produce a cue. Lights or shadows can be used in videos to produce an ASMR response. Pointing, whether it's here or there. Quick movements that the artist might make, even quick movements that sometimes involve touching that microphone. Or maybe for others, it's the slow arc of deep relaxation that brings about the ASMR response. Sometimes even jumps in the editing of a video can produce or enhance the ASMR response. So it seems to be both a visual stimuli as well as an auditory stimuli. I think that one of the most fascinating aspects of ASMR is the idea of digitally mediated intimacy. In other words, the artists who are creating these videos are fostering intimacy through digital communication, and this can have a profound effect on the viewer's sense of self-acceptance. For those with a history of trauma, or those with social anxiety, or those with other forms of attachment-related differences, participating in digitally mediated intimacy can actually be the first step in developing a new comfort with this aspect of the self. Dr. Halbrecht Clausen in 2020, she told us that ASMR has succeeded in integrating the viewer-listener's physical reality with virtuality and created a perception of presence. We know that the presence of other people changes us. This is why intimacy is important, and whether it's the whispering or the eye contact or the simple stillness of the moment, presence and intimacy can be established by the performer constructing a particular type of attuned, imaginative, and interactive viewer-listener role play. Clausen goes on to tell us that these role play videos can be established as both a shared pleasure due to the ASMR community and the popularity and their public availability, and a personal experience that is established by the haptic response, the audio-visual experience that people have in a private place. My hope is that you've benefited from this short video that's shared with you a couple of the reasons why ASMR has such a profound impact on people. And you've learned some new ways to look at the experience and to benefit from ASMR. let me encourage you to continue your exploration of the ASMR response, and to know that by doing so, the research most likely is showing that you're engaging in an important form of self-care that can have significant physical and mental benefits.